Greatness in sports is often recognized by the eye test long before statistics or trophies validate it. There are players who seem to carry with them an aura, a presence, a feeling that when they step onto the court, something magical might happen. From the time she was a young girl dribbling a basketball in Minnesota, Paige Bueckers radiated that aura. The way she handled the ball, the way she saw the floor, the way she played the game with creativity and composure. It all suggested something extraordinary. And in the years that followed, she not only confirmed those suspicions but exceeded them, carving a story filled with triumph, heartbreak, and resilience. Her journey begins not in the bright lights of UConn or the headlines of ESPN, but in the humble gyms of Edina, Minnesota. Growing up, Paige was always active, always competitive. Her father, Bob Bueckers, recognized her love for the game early and became her first coach. He nurtured her talent, but also instilled discipline and humility. Basketball was more than a sport in the Bueckers household. It was a bond, a language, a foundation for lessons about life. Paige was a natural, but she was also taught to work, to grind, and to respect the game. From her earliest games, Paige was different. She wasn't just the kid who could score more than everyone else, though she often did. She was the kid who wanted to pass, who wanted to involve her teammates, who understood spacing and timing in ways that seemed advanced beyond her years. Her nickname, Paige Buckets, became both a playful tag and a prophecy because buckets came naturally to her. But if you asked her, the passes, the no-look dimes, the creative feeds meant just as much as the points. She played with joy, with flair, and with an understanding of basketball as both competition and art. By the time she reached Hopkins High School, her reputation was already widespread. Minnesota had seen plenty of talent, but Paige was different. She wasn't just dominating games, she was drawing crowds. Gymnasiums were packed to see her play, and each game seemed like a show. She won state championships, collected accolades, and put together highlight reels that went viral. Her handle was tight, her jumper pure, her vision extraordinary. She could take over a game with her scoring or orchestrate it as a floor general. She was, in many ways, the prototype of the modern guard, skilled in every facet, unselfish yet dominant, capable of dazzling in a way that made fans and peers shake their heads in disbelief. Her high school career reached a crescendo when she was named the Gatorade National Player of the Year. She was ranked the #1 recruit in the nation, and she had her pick of elite programs. When she announced her commitment to the University of Connecticut, it felt like destiny. UConn, the mecca of women's college basketball, the dynasty built by Gino Arima, was the perfect stage for her. The lineage of Huskies legends, Rebecca Lobo, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, Maya Moore, Breanna Stewart, loomed large, and Paige was expected to not just join that line but extend it. With that commitment came a new level of expectation. Paige wasn't just another star recruit. She was the face of the next era. Her freshman season at UConn proved why. Almost immediately, she seized control of the team. Her poise, her skill, and her leadership belied her youth. She broke program records, led her team to the Final Four, and was named AP National Player of the Year, the first freshman ever to win the award. It was a season so extraordinary that it felt as though the women's game had been given a new star around whom everything revolved. But sports, like life, has a way of testing even its brightest stars. For Paige, those tests came brutally and repeatedly in the form of injuries. During her sophomore year, she suffered a knee injury that sidelined her for a significant stretch. Then came the devastating torn ACL that forced her to miss her entire junior season. For any athlete, the physical and emotional toll of such setbacks is enormous. For someone like Paige, who had already carried the weight of being a prodigy, of being the future face of women's basketball, the blow was even heavier. These moments revealed her true character. Instead of disappearing, instead of retreating into silence, Paige chose transparency and resilience. She shared her journey, the struggles of rehab, the frustrations, the doubts. She spoke openly about the mental challenges as much as the physical. She leaned on her faith, her family, and her teammates. And she never stopped believing in her return. When she did return to the court, it was emotional not just for her, but for fans everywhere. The ovations were long and loud, the tears visible, the gratitude palpable. Watching her move again, pass again, score again. It wasn't just about numbers. It was about resilience, about a journey that symbolized something bigger than basketball. Her game was still breathtaking, but now it carried a weight, a depth that only struggle could give. Every shot, every assist, every smile was imbued with meaning. Beyond her personal journey, Paige has been part of a broader movement in women's basketball. Her era has seen unprecedented growth in popularity, visibility, and cultural relevance. Alongside stars like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Juju Watkins, and Hailey Van Lith, Paige has helped drive women's basketball into the mainstream conversation. Her games draw massive audiences, her highlights trend across social media, and her name is known far beyond basketball circles. She is not just a player, she is a symbol of the sport's rise, of its new generation, of its place in culture. Her playing style reflects this perfectly. Paige plays with a combination of skill and flair that appeals to purists and casual fans alike. She can knock down a three with precision, weave through defenders with craft, or thread a pass that leaves everyone in awe. But she also plays with visible joy, with creativity, with a flair that feels infectious. She makes the game fun. In an era where style and substance often meet, Paige embodies both. Looking forward, her potential is limitless. The WNBA awaits, and she projects to be a star there. Her skill set translates perfectly. She can be a franchise cornerstone, a player who not only elevates her team, but also draws fans and attention wherever she goes. Team USA also looms on the horizon. The Olympics, the World Cup. These are stages built for her, stages where she can cement herself among the greats. But perhaps Paige's greatest legacy will be her inspiration. Young girls across the country wear her jersey, mimic her moves, and dream of following her path. She has shown them that it's not just about being gifted, it's about resilience, about fighting through setbacks, about never giving up. She has shown them that greatness isn't linear. It is forged in adversity, in the moments where you could quit but choose instead to rise. Her story is still being written, but already it is one of the most powerful narratives in women's basketball. From the girl in Minnesota who played with flair, to the high school phenom who captivated crowds, to the UConn star who lived up to impossible hype, to the injured athlete who refused to break, and to the comeback story that inspired millions. Paige Bueckers has lived a journey that embodies both the joy and the pain of sports. And through it all, she has remained humble, grounded, and true to herself. That may be her most remarkable quality. For all the fame, the attention, the accolades, Paige is still Paige. Still the girl who loves the game, still the teammate who celebrates others, still the person who plays with joy. She is, in many ways, exactly who she has always been. Just amplified, just tested, just proven. So we celebrate her, not just for what she has done, but for what she represents. A generation of athletes who are fearless, who are resilient, who are unapologetically themselves. Paige Bueckers is more than a star. She is a symbol. She is proof that greatness isn't just about talent. It's about heart, about resilience, about the will to keep going when everything tries to stop you. Thank you for joining us in reflecting on the remarkable journey of Paige Bueckers. If her story moved you, let it remind you that setbacks are not the end of the story. They are part of the story. And it is how you rise from them that defines your legacy. Like this video if Paige's journey inspired you. Share it with others who need to see the power of resilience. And subscribe so you never miss another tribute to the athletes whose lives and legacies light the way for us all.